Well, another week, another L. Let's talk about it. CNT Talking Tigers. Let's go.
This is CNT Talking Tigers. We're talking Auburn football. It's what we do. Welcome to the Tigers.
Hey, you are now into the Tiger Den. Welcome to CNT Talking Tigers. Talking Auburn football is what we do. I am Courtney Chandler. There's Tony Milford. Listen, we thank y'all so much for checking out this time on this Tuesday evening, this Tuesday edition of CNT Talking Tigers. Listen, make sure you subscribe to the channel CNT Talking Tigers on YouTube, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram, CNT Talking Tigers. That's CNT Talking Tigers on IG. And listen, shout out to our partners, Sports E Media. Thank y'all so much for allowing us to be a part of you all's platform and allowing us to collaborate with you all. We appreciate it so much. All right, Tony, I'm gonna hush. I'm gonna say what I got to say until later. I'm gonna let you have the floor. About another L, another week, same Auburn, just a different day. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, we took another. We go down again, man. Another game where we had control. We were in it. We were on the road. A pretty good team, especially record wise. Pretty good talent across the board. And we had a 17-3 lead in the fourth quarter. Somehow we lost 21-17. This time Peyton Thorne didn't actually turn it over to lose the game. He didn't turn it over at all, matter of fact. Just didn't play well enough to win. We had the lead. We had a lot of things going. Missouri bottled us up pretty good. Got to give them credit. But we were on the road, hostile environment, excuse me, and once again, the theme of the season is we played well enough to win, and we did not. I just don't understand it, man. We played well enough to win, and we did not close the deal. It was so bad that Courtney came to the show with his Missouri colors on today. Like
my alpha colors. Let's get that straight now. This is black and old gold. Let's get that straight.
Excuse me. We had a little situation during last week with one of our hosts in black and gold somewhere else, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah, man. Offense was stagnant. Offense didn't do much. I don't know if you want to point the finger at the quarterback, or if you want to go to just the team as a whole. Offensively, man, we couldn't crack 300 yards. We had 286 to be exact. Peyton Thorne, 17-29. He wasn't nothing special. 176 yards, one touchdown. We had explosive play to Cam Coleman. Cam only caught one ball. It was that 47-yard touchdown, which was huge. Gave us a 10-3 lead. Peyton Thorne dropped a beautiful dime in the bucket to Robert Lewis, and he dropped it. That would have pushed that lead out a little further. Probably could have sealed the deal, got us to win. That one hurt. Robert Lewis, he finally showed up. He had caught 4 balls for about 40 yards. But like I say, he dropped a beautiful touchdown. Peyton Thorne couldn't have thrown it any better. And he just dropped it. He literally just dropped it. Quez couldn't really get going. 19 for 57. Peyton Thorne was 11 for 18 as far as rushing. As a team, we couldn't really get much going. We ran it 35 times. I was impressed with that. That we stuck to the run despite not having the success that we wanted. for about 110 yards. We only averaged about 3 yards a carry, but we stayed with it. I did like that. Um, those 17 completions got spread around. One here, two there. Excuse me, I don't know what's wrong, but yeah, two here, two there. Nobody did anything spectacular. Like I said, Cam had the most yards, and he only caught one ball. Once again, we didn't do a great job on third down. We were 4 for 14. We went for it on fourth down. We didn't get it. We only had 176 yards passing. Sounds a lot like last year. 110 rushing. Missouri was stout against the run. We were sacked 3 times. We only had that one turnover. No interceptions by the quarterback, so that was a good thing. But the problem I had, we had 6 penalties for 63 yards, whereas Missouri only had 2 penalties. So you might say, hey, we only had 6, but when the other teams got less than half of what you got, that's a problem. We were 4 for 14 on third down. They had 3 more opportunities. They converted 3 more times. They were 7 for 17. Not much better, but better. They got that fourth down that they went for. We held them to 353. They had 272 passing. That was between 2 quarterbacks. We knocked Brady Cook out the game for a little while. Then he came back, went to the hospital, came back, soldiered up. Got to give him credit for that. But, we locked him up. He was 11 for 22, 194 yards. Drew Payne came in. He wasn't much better, 10 for 21, 78 yards. So defense did a wonderful job, if you ask me. Guys, 21 for 43 in that offense. That's pretty good. That dynamic duo that I talked about, Marcus Carroll and Nate Noel, they had 14 carries for 72 yards and 1 touchdown between them. As a whole, they had 32 carries for 81 yards, 2.5 yards a carry, basically. Cannot complain about that. I will not complain about that. Those explosive receivers, Mookie Cooper, T. Wees Jr., LB3, held those guys on the wraps. LB3 caught 6 balls for not even 50 yards. T. Wees caught 4 for 56. Mookie had a long one, that 78-yarder in the fourth quarter that hurt us. Other than that, he had 1 catch for 6 yards. We sacked them 5 times. Defense played ball, man. We had 2 turnovers, 1 on special teams. We held them to 81 yards rushing, less than 3 yards a carry. Both quarterbacks were under 50% completion percentage. Jalen had 2 sacks. Eugene had 2 sacks. So I think Malik and Marisol combined for the other sack. And so we did everything but win the game. Really disappointed in Towns Magoo, man. I understand he's a true freshman, but Towns is starting to cost us more and more every week, man. That 30-yard field goal, that was a chip shot even in high school, man. You have to make that. You're supposed to be an All-American kicker. You're supposed to be the best kicker in your class. And you are starting to give me, I'm starting to feel like Andrews Carlton his last year. The only good thing is you're a true freshman, Towns. That's the only redeeming quality you have right now. You got time to get it right, but you are killing us right now. You are killing us. We win that game more than likely if you make that field goal. 20-6 and 17-6 is a big difference. Really, really big difference, man. You gotta you gotta come through with that, man. Like I said, we were dead center. 30-yard field goal, bro. That is not a very long field goal. I hate that we couldn't score and we put you in that position, but you got to make that kick. Like I said, man, we went on the road. We played a tough game. Missouri's defense really played well. Our offense really stunk it up, one of the two. Our defense really played well. Both defenses came to play. I was impressed with ours, holding those guys to 2.5 yards a carry, holding those receivers down for as long as we did, for as much as we did. We gotta get some elevated quarterback play, man. At the end of the day, Quarterback play just has to be better. But even when it is, you got to come. I mean, the guys got to do their part, man. Robert Lewis, you got to catch that ball. He dropped it in there, man. Peyton Thorne has his faults, and since basically the Cal game where he just completely fell apart, he really hadn't been that bad. The when he came in against Arkansas, the interception he threw, guys got to catch
His
that ball.
faults.
Yeah, guys got to catch those balls, man.
Tony,
The
let's be
Oklahoma,
honest. He really ever since the Cal game, he really only had one play.
one bad throw.
That
That
was bad.
Oklahoma,
His
yeah,
fault.
Oklahoma. Yeah, he's only really had one bad mistake, man. That pick six against Oklahoma. That
Yeah.
was a bad. He had a bad game against Oklahoma, man. But I
Well,
mean,
he
it's the
had a
same
bad
way.
game. He had one bad mistake.
Yeah, he had one bad mistake, man. That was against Oklahoma. He that was a mistake he made. So like everything is there, and what you see is tangible. Like, and that's why we had fallen off on the recruiting trail. I know people every week probably say Tony's always talking about the recruiting and what's coming up and what, but I mean that's what we have to lean on right now because we're not getting it done. We ain't getting over the hump presently with what we have. We need a little more. And that 25 class is going to provide us with a little more. And then 26 is going to provide us with a little bit more. So we won't be counting on a transfer from Georgia State, you know? We'll have a 4 or 5 star receiver who's that guy since high school, you know? Didn't have to go anywhere else. He came here first. So um, like I said, everything you can have, guys. That's why the Eric Smith and that boy from Mississippi that's committed to Bama, Jesus, what's his name? That receiver, Caleb Cunningham. They can see themselves in Robert Lewis' position. They be like, "Oh, I would have caught that." You know what I'm saying? They tell themselves, "Hey, I would have caught that." So Deuce Knight can look at something and be like, "I would have done this. I would have done that." Walker White can look ahead and say, "Yeah, I would have did this. I would have did that." So Alvin Henderson might be looking at Quiz and be like, I would have made this move. I would have made that move. So it's the same song and dance every week, man. We should have won. We should have won. We could have won. We could have won. Thank God for recruiting. We flip another one here. We flip another one there. That's. I mean, God, man, it's getting tough, man. It's getting tough. Quit.
All right. Thank you,
Oh,
Tony.
wait, before you go, I will say this though. Missouri's kicker did exactly what I said he was going to do. I said he would help us out. He was 2 for 4 Saturday.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
came right on time. He came through missing kicks like he always does, and then we missed the biggest kick of the game. Go ahead, man.
All right. Um, Tony basically talked about the game. Let me talk about just in general what's going on. I don't think this is we have talked so much about the Jimmys and Joes. I don't even think we can talk about that no more because it's evident that we have the talent. If we would have went 2-5 last year, I would not have been tripping because I was like, Hugh Freeze ain't got the talent. Hugh Freeze ain't got the players to work with because he is inheriting a bad program. We can't say that this season because Hugh Freeze has brought in players. Hugh Freeze has recruited very well, and it's evident on the field. What I'm not understanding, I had this conversation with my girlfriend. She's probably watching. Hey, Ariel, hey, babe. What I'm not understanding, you have talent. You're able to put up points. You're able to be good statistically, but you find ways to lose the game, or you're finding ways to lose games. I think that's more frustrating. And I told her, I said, that's more frustrating than being mad, than being pissed. it's come to the point now where I think many Auburn fans are just frustrated because we can see the talent and we can see that stuff is working, but we're not winning games. So it's frustrating. I don't even think I think as you mentioned, Tony, you can continue to blame Peyton Thorne, but it's not all his fault. As we just said, it's not all his fault. Since he had that bad game against Cal, he's really only had one major mistake. Where it's just like, okay, yeah, that was bad.
I say this. I'm gonna say this right here on this point right here. Um, and I'm gonna let you finish. I don't mean, but I want to talk about it while it's on my. Matter of fact, go ahead. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna write this down. I want you to keep rolling while you rolling.
Okay, oh, okay, but it's and I've heard people say, maybe this team they got veterans and they don't just know how to win, and that might be the case. Maybe it is the young guys that they hungry and they want to win, but we got to figure this out because it seems like this is becoming a culture of losing, and we got to figure this out because this seems like it's more. This is also mental, and it could very well be mental and spiritual. I go to church, so yeah, it could very well be mental and a spiritual issue that is going on, and it comes down to it comes down to two people. It comes down to Hugh Freeze and John Cohen to figure out. They are the two. You got the head football coach and you got the athletic director. They got to figure this out because at some point you gotta turn a corner. You gotta turn a corner and figure out a way to win. And I don't know, it's the guys that are on the team or the guys that are starting. They they have that feeling, okay, we're up and okay, yeah, this we don't know how to close. Or I don't know, is some of them in their head feeling like, man, we just want to. We don't care. We don't care who if we win or lose. But it gotta change. It's almost, and I don't. This analogy is crazy, but it's starting to fit for Auburn. It's almost like someone is in an abuse relationship, and you got people telling them to get out their abuse relationship, but they still keep going back. That's how I feel sometimes with Auburn right now. It's like we have a way to we know ways to win, but we keep finding ways to lose. So we got to change this culture of losing. Like I don't know if it's putting in the young players. I don't know if it's bitching Peyton Thorne in for Walker White. Um, I don't know. I know one thing. I don't think firing another head coach is the answer. I think that's just a knee jerk reaction. Um, unless there's something immoral or he do something extremely bad. I think firing a head coach at this stage is very knee jerk. But we got to figure this out. That's why I didn't put on my Auburn stuff because I'm a fan that's frustrated. I don't really know where our team is going. I know we're doing great in recruiting, and that's great. That's fantastic. But in the end, we got to figure out a way to win games. We got to figure out a way to turn a corner and get W's. Because the team last year was way, in my opinion, not as talented as this team this year, but they won games. Um, and Tony, I don't know, you probably attest to this. When we had coaches like Tuberville and even Chiswick and Malzahn to a point, I remember watching those games, some of those games that we lost, and it's like, man, we just played bad, and we deserve to get our butts kicked. And a lot of times, those games we didn't find ways to lose. We just got our butts handed to us. But it seemed like lately it's just we finding ways to lose, and I think that's the most frustrating thing that for an Auburn fan is really affecting many of us. We don't understand why we keep finding ways to lose. I can take is we just don't have the talent. We just get our butts handed to us. We ain't got the right system in place. I think I can take that. I can take that. I can get over that. But this, I don't know. It's something else that's going on. But we got to get this turned around. Okay, go ahead, Tony.
All right. I'm gonna speak on the talent portion that you talked about. So what I'm gonna say to that is, yes, we're more talented this year than we were last year. Are we as talented as we want to be and where we're going to be? No. Are we as talented as some of the upper echelon teams that we play? No, because we haven't had the depth and had the time to build that. So yeah, we are better in some spots than we were, but we're not as deep, and we don't have as much of the talent as we'd like. So did we bring in some talent? Yeah, but it's also young talent. You got to remember that too. That's why Towns Magoo is struggling the way he is, because he have talent. Yes, he was an All American kicker. He was all that, but he's also young, so we got to take that into account. Uh, I say this. Now, nobody out there. I'm not sure how much sports you play or at what level, but ain't nobody going out there lifting all them weights, going through all them practices, watching all this film. I win or lose. So I'll say that those the guys they going out there to win. I can promise you that they work too hard just to be like whatever. Um,
My camera froze. My
oh, it's
bad.
all good.
It
It's
froze on
all
the
good.
screen.
Now I'm gonna tell you this: as far as the talent goes, you say we have the talent. We have better talent than what we had in the previous 3 or 4 years. Correct. We don't have as much as we like to have, or have the right pieces in every place. So, as an example, we're playing Peyton Thorne at quarterback. Peyton Thorne's probably going to be the worst quarterback that we have starting at Auburn under Hugh Freeze.
Yeah.
Uh, big boy, the boy we got from Mississippi State.
First and Lewis.
Percy Lewis. Percy Lewis probably be the worst left tackle we have under Hugh Freeze at Auburn. Like we've got some now. Of course, we brought in the Freeze 4, so that it's gonna be hard to get. You won't get much better. It'll be hard to get a much better class than what we brought in for this one. So I won't say those guys will be the worst, but the floor is these guys. That this is the floor.
Mhm.
The ceiling is astronomical. It takes time. This is Hugh's first year with all the guys that he really wants on coaching staff, because he had to keep some guys that was holdovers from the Harsin staff. There were Auburn guys. He had, you know what I'm saying? So this is
Yeah.
really his first year, just like this 25 class was his first full recruit class. It's his first year with all his guys that he want on his coaching staff. So the staff is in place. So we're seeing better results. We're more competitive this year than we were last year. We're right there in some games that, what I'm saying, that can be had. Um, it sucks, losing every other week. It's just losing, losing, losing. It does suck. It grows on.
It is
Um,
frustrating. It is
it
frustrating.
is. It is very frustrating. I am right there with you. Imagine having two teams and both of them suck.
Man, I got two too. Because
Well, Auburn don't really suck. Auburn just keep losing. Florida State's trash right now, and Troy is pretty bad too.
Troy is bad.
Y'all
Troy
need to,
is
y'all need to fire that. Y'all need to fire that man. He is
yeah.
not it.
Troy is bad.
But yeah, Troy's like FSU bad. But
Yeah, it's very bad.
it's it's a part of. I hate to say it, man, but this is just part of the program. Like you say, uh, winning and they gotta lose. Well, Peyton ain't never been much of a winner anyway.
He average at best.
And this is what you get when you have an average, maybe this average quarterback. This is the results you will get when your quarterback can't elevate the play of everyone around him. So you get games like this. You get drawn out podcasts where everybody's down in the head, hung low, couldn't ain't no Auburn gear. It's tough over here, man. It's rough being an Auburn fan right now. But I'm gonna stick it out. We're gonna stick it out. We're gonna ride it out, and we're gonna try and come back again strong this Saturday in Lexington against the Big Blue.
Yeah, I'm holding out, but this week I'm wearing black because I'm frustrated. I see where you coming from, but they. I mean, it's Hugh Freeze that's got to figure out a way to, and like you said, he is bringing in his players. It does take time, but this season, I just would like to see just them find a way to win, just to give, and not against somebody like a ULM. Like we got three or four more SEC teams on the schedule. We can find a way to win one of them. I'll be like, okay, he did it because we cannot. I just feel I don't want us to keep going in circles. It's like it's kind of like you keep going back in circles and circles and circles. You did it with you did it with Malzahn at the end of his 10 year. Then you did it with
Well,
Harsin.
this is different though, bro. This is different.
I get it, but
This is
still,
different.
you can't. If we have, but Tony, think about it. If we have this same conversation next year, do
But
you
we won't be
say
having the same conversation next year because we'll have a better we will have a better quarterback than Peyton Thorne next year.
I pray?
There's
Is
like,
I
bro,
pray they pay. I pray they pay.
Auburn has money set aside specifically for a quarterback in the portal next year.
I know, but they got to get the right one. They
They
can't keep.
and
They can't keep
what you mean can't keep? They didn't. They only got Hugh Freeze has only brought in one quarterback.
But I'm saying they got to get the right one. Don't pay the money and get the wrong guy. It's
And we ain't paid, but we hadn't paid for the wrong guy yet. So that's what I'm saying. We didn't pay Peyton Thorne to come to us.
yeah. I'm just saying. I know. There's a lot of money set aside. It's a lot of money in the coffers. Pay to get the right guy. Don't bring in another Peyton Thorne. Don't spend $2 million on another Peyton Thorne. Because then we're gonna have the same conversation.
We ain't spent $2 million on Peyton Thorne.
I know. I'm saying,
and, then,
I'm just saying it right now.
and a
Don't do it.
quarterback like Peyton Thorne ain't costing $2 million.
I'm just saying, don't do that. Is this Cam Ward? Hey, spend the money. Yeah. But yeah, we had a couple comments. Then we'll talk about Kentucky. Let me go back to some of the stars. Cam, he said, I just don't understand why that missed touchdown catch was drawn up for Lewis. Why not KL unless Coleman or Simmons? Yeah, I think we've seen enough of Robert Lewis. I think we just need to put him on the bench.
I mean, KLS didn't really do much Saturday anyway, though. He was another one of
Yeah,
those guys. I mean,
he
Robert
didn't really
Lewis was
show up.
open, though. He was open. He just dropped it. I
He just
sure hate it.
dropped it.
He said, I sure hate it.
You can't blame that one on Thorne. Magoo,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That
yeah,
was tough,
Magoo.
Greg. That was tough.
Magoo ain't the guy. We down there. They're better off letting Kiffin win that recruitment.
Man, he gonna come through for us in the long run, man.
Yeah, he's still young, so I'm still gonna have a little bit of hope for him. Cam said our last two coaches have been offensive guys, yet we have mediocre results on the side of the field. It's honestly wild. Facts. I agree.
Well, that's the case. Our last three coaches was because Malzahn was the offensive coach, Harson was
Harsin
the
and
offensive coach, and Freeze is the offensive coach. Like I said, Freeze has been. I'm more along the lines.
This will run
Yeah, I'm with
out
Ron. Yeah, I'm real. Yeah,
outside
I'm, yeah,
of Hunter. I'm
yeah.
so
I'm about
ready
inside of him.
for
Yeah,
Hunter to leave and let the 2023 class set the standard starter work. K Falk, man, God bless K Falk. He got already what is it 5 sacks for the season so
5 or 6, something like that.
5 or 6, yeah, man, balling.
Yeah, that boy was tough, man. Like I said, and that's the thing I say. Hugh Freeze knows how to identify. That's another one of Hugh Freeze guys. Falk
Hmm.
told me himself. He believes in what Freeze does. When he got that car, he said he believes in what Freeze does. He is Freeze guys all the way.
Auburn is
Auburn is
better
definitely better. Definitely, definitely,
than what they record show. Yeah.
definitely, man. Sometimes the ball don't bounce your way, man. It's just one of those seasons where you gotta lose some to win some. Alabama was 76 in Saban's first full year, and then look what happened after that. So
Might be 7-6 this year.
yeah, they might be 76 this year. They better watch it. But yeah, man, it's tough right now, man. I know we all got something to say, but I mean, I'm I'm more I look more on the fact that I know this is the worst we're gonna be. I know this is the worst we'll be. It'll only get better. And like I said, I've been reserved to that fact. Once I saw how the quarterback play went over and over again, I was like, yeah, this season's gonna be pretty much fucked up. But I hadn't seen a decommit yet.
Yeah, that's one good thing about it. We ain't seen no decommit.
Hadn't seen a decommit yet.
Yeah,
Not one decommitment. We flipping more than we decommit.
yeah.
So that lets me know that the message that you and these coaches are sending out, it is being received and it is being well received. And they standing on that and they believing
Hmm.
in that. They're not wavering. And they looking at it saying, man, if I was there, I would have did it. Yeah, that's why we getting y'all. That's why we want y'all. So we have a bunch of y'all out there feeling like that. So we have a bunch of Cam Coleman's and Malcolm Simmons.
Ooh, yes,
And
Lord.
then KLS ain't just gonna be there for 1 year because we got Percy Thompson coming behind him. And then we got Eric Smith coming behind him. Then we can get the other boy from what's his name again? Cunningham, Caleb Cunningham.
Oh yeah.
If we can
Yeah,
flip
what's the
him,
guy that we flipped from Georgia Tech? What's his name?
uh, 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 uh,
Turner. Turner.
uh,
Turner.
Turner, Turner.
Yeah.
I think is it Sam? Sam Turner?
Yeah, yeah. Sam Turner. Sam Turner.
Yeah, flipped him and Deuce Knight. I need you to be, hitting your boy Caleb up down there. I know y'all some Mississippi boys. Y'all need to make that happen, man. Get with your boy Hugh, man. Mississippi, you got Hugh Freeze, you
Yeah.
got Cohen from Mississippi State, you got Deuce Knight. Shit, man, our football team finna be head up by the Mississippi boys, man. Goddamn Auburn, Mississippi, baby. But yeah, man, I'm
Yeah.
like I said, man. I know everybody's in the now, but at Auburn, we got to live in the now with those games every week, but we got to be looking toward the future because that's where our bread is buttered at, man. We bring in another stellar class on top of that class, and then when these boys are juniors, maybe seniors, and we got nothing but Hugh Freeze recruits from that this 24 class, or even the 23 class, because then the 23 class will be juniors next year.
Yeah.
So when that 23 class hit they stride, 23, 24, 25, and 26 all stacked up behind each other, back to back to back to back, then we'll be able to judge Hugh Freeze
Because
and the rest of it.
if I'm not mistaken, this is the last year he'll have Harsin for years, and if I'm not mistaken, correct. He don't have nobody staying over after this year for Harsin from Harsin class.
Yeah, because Demario Austin they're not gonna be seniors.
But that's it though. That's the only one. Demar Austin, because Cobb was technically in his class, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, but I
that
think
was his
Kyle.
first. That's his
I
first class. But Harsin
Yeah,
recruited Cobb.
I think Kyle was already committed on the Harsin.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
really,
don't really,
just
I don't really count it. Yeah, I count. Yeah, he brought in.
because he
Yeah,
brought he didn't bring in a running back last year. He bringing in one
no,
this year.
no, we didn't bring it. No, yeah, he didn't bring it because we had Cobb last year was the freshman running back.
Hmm. So that's what I'm thinking. Them
So
might
this
them the
year,
only two players. Yeah, them the only two players that he got left out of that class. Cause gotta who else?
I think Connor Lewis in there. I think Connor Lewis was a Harsin recruit.
Was it? Yeah, he was. Now I think about it, yeah,
So
cause
we
he
flipped
played
him
last year
from.
as a freshman.
So we
Yeah,
flipped. So we flipped him from Miami.
yeah, yeah. He
I
played
don't
last year
know
as
if
a
Harsin
freshman.
flipped. I don't know if Harsin flipped him a free flip. I think Connor Lewis might have been a Harsin. I'm not sure. It won't be a lot of guys from that
Yeah,
Harsin regime.
yeah. So that that is one. That's one good thing you have it completely wiped out. Harson. Um, so well, you have only two players left, but they two solid players. I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I think Austin gonna transfer. That's just my that's just what I think. I think he gonna transfer.
I don't know now, shit, because I don't know. He got a good his last year. He got a good chance of being a starting running back. It's gonna really be between him and Kyle.
I don't, I don't know because Alvin Henderson is a man on a mission. I
Well, Alvin
don't
Henderson
know.
ain't doing. Alvin Henderson ain't running for 700 yards in the SEC though. That is no true freshman.
He ain't, but he is the truth. Is the
He
Babylon guy? Is he
he,
still on the board? The other
he
running
ain't.
back they're trying to get.
Yeah, he is. But I'm just saying, I don't see. I see him playing before. I don't know if I see Alvin Henderson really. I don't know if he gonna play too. I don't know if he gonna play next year.
I think he's gonna play.
I would sit
I think
down.
he'll.
I
I
would
think he.
redshirt Alvin Henderson just simply based off the fact of how many times he's ran the ball
And
the
they
last 2
running
years
him
in high
around.
school.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm with you on that, Tony. They have ran him into the ground and elbow. I will say
So I
that.
would give him a year off just to get his college body together, just to get some rest. Because it ain't gonna be like we might just have to play him. You're gonna have Cobb, you probably still have Demar. If you sign that big boy from Georgia with the O last name,
Yeah.
sign him, that'll be big. That'll be big because he built for it. You know what I mean? He built to tote that ball. Um,
And they could pick up somebody from the portal.
Good figure
Uh,
right back up in the portal too.
yeah, they could pick up somebody from the portal.
That is
So
always an option.
it's a good option when you pick the right players. Don't get nobody like what's his name? Um, Robert Lewis. 'Cause he and what's the other guy, the receiver from Cal that they picked up? Jackson. He ain't did nothing for real either.
Yeah, they really wasn't expecting him to do much this year though.
I
That boy
think
still got time. I think he a freshman anyway. He's still a sophomore. He still got time to grow. So they weren't looking for that much from him anyway. And he caught a touchdown already this season. I give him that.
yeah. Ron said I'll see if we was losing because teams are just that much better than us, but we're literally getting out coached and very undisciplined. I don't
I
even think
wouldn't
we
say
get
we're
out
getting out
coached.
coached. I wouldn't say we're getting
I
out
wouldn't say
coached.
we get out
So
coached.
we lost to Oklahoma. We wasn't out coached.
And we see how Oklahoma look. They're not good. Well, they're not
We
as
lost.
good as they used
We
to be.
lost to Missouri. I didn't feel like we was out. I hadn't felt out coached yet. I
Yeah,
disagree with you on that one, Ron. I hadn't felt out coached. I felt I felt out
maybe to
executed.
maybe to Kirby in a way, but
Kirby just got better
everybody else,
players all the way
he just
around.
got better players.
They
Yeah,
just
but
better than us flat period. Like
yeah,
if no coaches was out there and just the two teams lined up and played, we went. Georgia would still beat us.
They still would beat us. Yeah. I don't think we've been out coached. We got a new watcher, low budget, paranormal. Welcome.
Okay.
Turnovers, missed opportunities, horrible clock management, missed shoulder bump tackles instead of wrapping up. Lots
Yes.
to worry about. And that stuff was just off the top of my head, hoping for the best. Yep. That's all the issue. All
I
those are
agree.
issues.
I agree with you, LVP.
Yeah. This is gonna be the last one we'll talk about Kentucky. He said, Ron said, we'll have to agree to disagree, but the games I saw, we didn't have the better coaching. Yeah, I just don't see us being out. I don't see us being out coached. I think Hugh Freeze has coached well, compared
Because
to the other teams.
if we weren't well coached, we wouldn't be in these positions that we've been
Yeah,
in. To
and we've been
be
in
in,
every game.
we've been in every game. So I think that's got a lot to do with coaching because we all can attest that we don't have the best offensive line. We don't have the best we don't have the best quarterback. Uh, wide receivers are good, but they're young. So with what we have, we're working well with. We're missing a little bit here and a little bit there to get over the hump. But
Yep.
it's coming. We're there. I understand frustration though, Ron. I get I get your angle. I see what you're saying as far as coaching. Uh, but we can point out a lot of stuff right now. We all got our own, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. So it is what it is. We all at some point we're all kind of right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Kentucky. Play Kentucky this Saturday in Lexington. I think this is the evening game. So yeah,
Yeah.
we play Kentucky this week. Kentucky has been very, very good on defense, but not very good on offense. So this is an interesting game, considering that they are known for their defense, but their offense hasn't really shown much. Um, so probably be a low scoring game throughout this game. So really expecting this to be very, very low scoring. Um, Probably a lot of running the football to really dictate how this game is going to go. As Tony's trying to figure out his thing.
Had to plug my
over
phone up.
as his phone was about to die.
Yeah, I was on 3%.
Oh, see, he was on his last leg, but he
I'm a
look.
leg like Tom Magoo.
uh, Thank you for just subscribing, my low budget paranormal. We appreciate you,
Hey, we
man.
appreciate you, man. War down, Eagle, baby.
We're down. All right, Tony. Let's get into it. Kentucky this Saturday, as I said, have a great defense. Don't have much of an offense this weekend.
So look, first of all, yeah, Kentucky is pretty suspect offensively. I think they average, if I'm not mistaken, they average 20 points per game, and they give up about 19, 20 points per game.
Yeah.
So this is when they started out hot, but they have lost, if I'm not mistaken, two or I know their last two,
Yeah, they lost to
possibly
Florida
three.
and Vandy.
Yeah, Vandy and Florida. They lost their last two games to
Mhm.
Florida and Vandy. Uh, they were they were hot at first. You know, their best game, of course, they gave Georgia all they wanted. Um, Offensively, they're challenged. Brock Vandegrift, the transfer from Georgia, is actually playing worse than Peyton Thorne. Brock has 6 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Their running game is not nothing to write home about. Sumo Kangabai, he got about 60 yards per game, 4 touchdowns. Uh, they average about 320 yards per game, 168 in the air, 152 on the ground. That really sounds a lot like our pitiful offense from last year. That couldn't get 200 yards and was just getting some running yards. They're about 39.5% on third down, which is about where we are. Um, The lead receiver, Dane Key, has 500 yards. He averages about 71 yards a game. He was hot right there. He had a real hot 3 game stretch against Ohio. He had 7 catches for 145. Against Ole Miss, he had 8 for 105 and a touchdown. Against Vandy, he had 8 for 83 and a touchdown. Last week against Florida, he only had 4 for 48, but everybody stunk it up against Florida. As a defense, they got 15 sacks, which is about where we are. They got some nice athletes defensively. They got 6 picks, which is about where we are. Um, Everybody over there has one. Um, Kentucky is going to be tough to play at home. Stoops is a heck of a coach. I enjoyed him with his days in Florida State as a defensive coordinator. He does a wonderful job. He's a pretty good recruiter. Uh, as you can see, he's got Kentucky as a viable option for young guys these days to go to. They're not just a basketball school anymore. You can go to say you're going to Kentucky, and that's not, hey, it's not a bad choice. Um, Offensive, they're real ho hum. They don't do much. Courtney was right. Like I said, 20 points per game, man. That's whew, that's anemic at best. Uh,
They don't do much at all
so
on offense.
so hopefully, man, with the way our defense plays and the way their offense plays, this should lead to an Auburn victory Saturday on the road. Um, I think I pretty much give us 28 to 31 points every week. And so this week against Kentucky, I'm going to give us 24. I think we're going to beat Kentucky 24-14. Actually, I'm going to say 24-13. I think they'll get 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. I don't really see them doing much outside of that. I like the way our defense has been playing. I love the way their offense has been playing because it's been awful. So if their offense continues to play worse than our offense, then we should be okay and we should be able to get this win. So 24-13, Auburn with the win on the road in Lexington. Get back to our winning ways. Courtney, what do you think?
The battle of the struggle teams. Whew. Oh God. Early in the season, I said that Auburn was going to win this one.
You did.
Close in Kentucky. Considering how we've been looking, I want a bug this week and say we're going to win. Y'all better not let me down. Auburn, don't do it. Because originally I was going to say it's going to be an L. I'm a bug. And I'm going to say Auburn. I'm going to say Auburn just because I think Kentucky got a good defense. I'm going to say Auburn 14, Kentucky 10. Just because I think Kentucky is going to give them problems back there. And they're going to
Did
make
you
this
not see the points that Kentucky just gave up to Florida?
I did, but they are playing at home, so I am giving them that factor.
I can feel you on that. But one thing I want to say about Kentucky before we go is my mom's side of the family is from East Alabama, up around the Chambers County area. They call it the Greater Valley area, Opelika, Auburn, Valley, Lynette, Smith Station,
Phoenix City.
Phoenix City, LaGrange, Columbus, all that up in there. I got family and everything up in there. So Kentucky does have 3 boys from the area. J.Q. Hardaway is from Columbus. Christian Story is from Lynette. And shout out to true freshman DB, my homeboy. I went to school with his mom and his dad, Nicky Frederick, his mama, Dante Dooley, his daddy, Cam Dooley from Valley, Alabama, state champion in basketball, all state in football and basketball. He's a heck of an athlete. He's a good young man. He's a superb student. Shout out to Cam Dooley from Riverview in the Valley, hometown hero. So them 3 boys with Greater Valley area ties, Lynette, Columbus, and Valley. So shout out to them boys, but especially Cam. I hope you get to play Saturday. But I hope long Auburn win, you can have 1,000,000 tackles and 100 interceptions. Long Auburn win Saturday, Cam.
Yeah, you can have all the numbers you want, as long as we win.
Long we win, it don't matter. But yeah, I want to
Uh,
shout out them three.
yeah, we got a comment. No budget says, can either of these teams score over 20 this weekend? I'm pulling for the Tigers, but I'm at the show me stage. I'm with you on that.
Hey,
Show me.
the bet
Show
is
me.
definitely the under this week.
Show me. And Kentucky is the spread is showing now under 2.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I just
So
want to
they
see what the total. I wonder what the total is.
trying to see.
Probably
I don't know.
42.
Yeah, it's 42.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. See, I knew it wasn't gonna be much higher than that.
Yeah. 42.5. Mm-hmm.
That sounds about right.
Yep. And ESPN is giving Auburn a 48.6% chance to win, Kentucky a 51.4% chance to win.
They don't know who gonna win. They
Mm-mm.
just got Kentucky favor because they're at home.
So they at home. Yeah. They at home.
Hey, Kentucky's a tough place to
Oh my
play.
oh my God. Cam 3-2
I was
Auburn.
just about to say we went to Kentucky with the single greatest football player
That was
college football has ever seen, and we still couldn't even we couldn't even get a touchdown.
man, no, that was Mississippi
That was
State.
in Mississippi State when we was
That was Mississippi
3-2.
State.
But we
When
struggled against Kentucky too though.
yeah, we did.
That
All right,
game
yeah,
there
that was with
wasn't a lot of
Cam.
points.
Yeah, that was with Cam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of points in that game either.
I thought he played good at that game. He put up a
He
lot of
played.
points.
That was a
They
third.
struggled.
That was a
They
Thursday
struggled in
night.
that game.
We struggled that game. I think that was a Thursday night game.
Let me see. I think I remember us winning, but we had Cam, of
Yeah, I
course.
mean we won. Of course we had Cam. We always won, but that shit might have been like 13-9 or something.
Let's see. Ooh.
9-3, something like that. 9-6 maybe. It was rough.
Auburn versus Kentucky. What was that? 2010
Yeah,
football.
really 2009 probably.
2010. We
No, I'm
won
saying
30.
that.
We won that game. That was the year Cam was there. We won that game 37-34. That was
Well,
October
that's what it
9th.
was. That's what it was. It was just. It was. I knew it was a close game though.
It was a close one. Yeah.
I didn't realize we
I
scored that
think
many points.
I think we have played them close before. I just can't. It was maybe. I think it was the year I was in college. Let me see. I think it was the year I was in college.
We played. I mean, that Cam game was super close.
Yeah, it was too close to call. Yeah, because we was winning, and then they came back, and it was
Yeah,
like,
we
whoa,
couldn't do nothing.
yeah, we found a way to win thanks to Cam. But
Yeah,
nah,
see what happened. So you don't have to have that much talent when you have a Superman at quarterback.
a once in a lifetime quarterback.
Right. Right.
There'll never be another Cam Newton. I don't care what y'all say. All right, that's all we got. Hey, thank everybody for watching tonight. I know we've been kind of down because Auburn been losing, but y'all have been faithful in there. We got a new subscriber coming in, so we appreciate it, man. Like we really do.
We definitely do.
Yeah, we really do. Thank y'all for rolling with the punches. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, we appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all also follow us on Instagram too, CNT Talking Tigers. And if you haven't, tell a friend, tell a family member to also follow us and also subscribe to the channel too. We be here every week.
We can get a Facebook one day.
One day,
One
one
of
day
us,
we're gonna have.
one of us gonna remember our other password and log out and make us a Facebook. 'Cause I'm scared to
Yeah.
log out. I might not be able to log back in.
One of these days, we'll have a Facebook page.
And we're
But
gonna move over to Spotify and Apple Music. And we're gonna be everywhere. Matter of fact,
it's
I
gonna
think.
be unstoppable.
Hey, let's go, baby.
Unstoppable. All right. That's all we have. Tony, as always, close it out, sir.
Hey man, in the words of the great Russell Simmons, thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all next week. War Eagle.
War Eagle. Hey.